I spotted my neighbor's little boy Max standing on the edge of the railing, building a bird's nest. Out of kindness, I tried to stop him and get Max to come back down. But because he was so caught up in playing, he forgot about everything else. I had no choice but to shout and run toward his house. At that moment, Max's mom, Celine, was busy cleaning, and the sound of the vacuum cleaner drowned out my cries for help. Without thinking twice, I burst into their house without any warning and rushed upstairs. But by the time I climbed through the window and reached the balcony, it was already too late.
Oh! Alice?
That's when Celine came running upstairs too, but all she saw was me standing alone on the balcony edge. When Celine made it downstairs, her son was already gone. From that moment on, our relationship took a complete turn for the worse, because Celine never saw how her son fell. She only saw my silhouette. Celine began crying day and night without stop. I tried to comfort her multiple times, but I was turned away at the door every time. Then one day, I actually saw Celine talking to my son, Theo. My gut reaction was that Celine's emotions were still unstable, so I forcibly called my son back home. But this action hurt Celine once again. What nobody expected was that at Max's funeral, Celine suddenly stared at me with pure hatred, as if everything was my fault. After the funeral ended, Celine suddenly seemed like a different person. She got her old smile back and even came to the school, but her eyes were fixed on my son, Theo. That evening, she even invited our whole family over for dinner. But then Theo asked an awkward question.
Will you have another baby?
No, darling.
Why not?
I can't.
Why can't you?
This question nearly made Celine break down completely, because her body no longer allowed her to have a second child. Seeing this, I quickly called my son back over. The next day when Theo was getting out of school, Celine was already waiting there. She said she had prepared a gift for Theo, although I initially wanted to refuse, thinking about what Celine had been through. I agreed to the request. When I got back to the garden, I saw my son standing in the exact same spot, in the same location. I broke out in a cold sweat instantly.
Theo! What are you doing? Get inside! Theo, get in the house!
I didn't care about getting scratched and crawled through the flower bed to the other side. Celine happened to show up at that exact moment.
You leave my son on that balcony!
Watching me yell angrily, Celine just said they were playing and then sent the child back home. When I got home, I couldn't shake the feeling that this was Celine testing me.
Test you on what?